Hello everyone and welcome to the Sleeve Chef Facebook Live. I want to give a big thank you to ABC2 News for hosting us and a big thank you to you for joining us tonight. We have a very special edition, do we not?
We do. We are very, very excited for the show this evening, everyone. All sorts of great dishes.
And my name is Jana Wolff. I am the Director of Nutrition at GBMC's Comprehensive Obesity Management Program, and we have the lovely...
Yep, and my name is Michael Salomon. I'm known as the Sleeved Chef. I had my gastric bypass back in September of 2016 and feeling great. Great seeing everybody at the reveal earlier this month.
Yes, it was very fun. And today we have two very special guests with us, Heather and Tanya. We're going to introduce them. They're going to taste test the foods after, and then we have a very special mocktail reception.
Yeah, very exciting.
Okay, so Heather, why don't you take it away? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Heather Smith. I had the gastric bypass August 2nd, and I am down 65 pounds so far.
Oh,
and,
great.
My non-scale victory as of right now is that my shirt's too big.
And do you have a New Year's resolution by any chance?
I do. I want to become a healthier Heather and to continue the weight loss as much as I can.
Love it.
And to be healthy for my children and my husband.
Very
Awesome,
good.
great.
And Heather's children and husband are here tonight to actually watch, so that's really exciting. And Tanya.
I'm Tanya Curtin. I had a sleeve in November of 2014. My biggest non-scale victory is being able to run up and down steps without being winded.
Very good.
And my resolution actually is to find more variety in my foods.
Well, you're in the right place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
All
Very
right. Well,
exciting.
thank you so much to our guests.
Yeah,
and we will
thank you
have
so
them
much,
back
ladies.
in just a moment.
All right.
Right.
All right.
All righty.
Let's get this party
All right,
started.
absolutely.
What are we cooking tonight?
Oh man, we have got some very,
party.
very exciting. We're doing appetizers tonight, everybody. So
For your
I'm
New
super
Year's
excited for
party.
your New Year's party, right? So we want you to be able to find out that there's plenty of bariatric-friendly food, bariatric-friendly appetizers out there. You can entertain your friends. You can provide them something new, something interesting and fun. So we are going to be doing a shrimp cocktail, sort of a fun spin on shrimp cocktail. Then we're going to do BLT bites. We're going to do a caprese skewers. And then they'll have a little bit of aged balsamic and some fresh extra virgin olive oil. And then finally, we'll finish off with some steak au poivre, topped with just a little bit of sour cream. So super excited about these dishes, and all sorts of great food coming your way. So
Yes.
without further ado, go ahead.
Let's do it. And
Yeah.
I do have to say before we start any of this is that if you watched any of my holiday healthy eating Facebook lives or anything like that, you know that the holidays are the worst time of year.
They are super challenging.
They're challenging because it's all the favorites, and especially the appetizers.
Right.
So I'm really excited to learn more about some of the healthier appetizers that we can have. And you could do this every day if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah,
They're all
absolutely.
low carb. Most of them are very low fat. So, I mean, this is great. High protein as well.
Absolutely, yeah, guys. And keep in mind, too, we picked leaner cuts of meat here as well. And people will say, like, shrimp. Shrimp is notorious for being sort of like, it's got a higher cholesterol, but my understanding is that it's actually a good cholesterol.
Yes. And most of the cholesterol in food does not affect your blood cholesterol, so that's good news.
That's good to know.
And I do want to give a big, huge shout out to Dr. Dovek for joining us.
Oh, Dr. Dovek, hi, good to see you.
And she's shouting out to both Heather and Tanya. Thank you to Sherelle and Joyce for joining us, and Edith. We have a bunch of people joining us. Yep, Dr. Dovek, good to see you.
Great, yeah, good to see you, Dr. Dovek. All right, guys, so we're going to start off, we're going to do our shrimp cocktails. So we have some water boiling here. We're going to add our shrimp into that. So we're basically going to do a quick poach on these shrimp.
Okay, easy, right?
Exactly.
Anyone can do this.
Easy.
Okay,
You're
and
very
you're
careful
using
dropping your
fresh,
shrimp. I am
not
using,
frozen.
yes, I am using fresh, not frozen shrimp. They are 1620s. So you may say to yourself, what is a 1620 shrimp? What does that mean? So what that refers to is that's the amount of shrimp you get per pound. So you'll get 16 to 20 shrimp per pound versus 21 to 25 versus 31 to 40. So as those numbers decrease, the size of the shrimp also decrease. So you'll get more per pound.
That's great to know.
Yeah, so definitely recommend fresh over frozen as
Fresh
well.
over frozen. Okay, good. And I do want to thank Natalie and Monica and Dominic and Alexa for joining. Sarah, Katie, Jill. We have so many people joining us.
So many people. Tell your
Thank
friends.
you
Please
so
share the video,
much.
guys. We love having questions. All right, so next we'll do, we've got our shrimp cooking first, and then we'll go ahead and mince our red onion here.
And talk to us a little bit about how you mince the onion, because
Sure.
I always have trouble mincing onions.
Not a problem.
Yes.
So for first thing you want to do is you want to carefully cut off the root end and then the stem end, and then you want to split it in half. Again, with your knife, you want to keep your fingertips tucked in. So you want to have the side of the blade go up against the side of your knuckle here. Very, very important. Nice and slow. So we'll start off for mincing. I do mine a bit differently than a traditional culinary school grad will, but I'll go ahead and just do a quick slice here. You'll notice I'm slicing. I'm not really like rocking versus a slice.
Okay, that's a good piece of information. And I'm sure that you have your knife pretty sharp right now.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And how often do you sharpen your knife?
Great question. So I sharpen my knife on a quarterly basis.
Okay, so 4 times a year.
Exactly.
All right, good.
All right,
Nice.
and then one of the key things here too is you want to slice nice and thin, so we can just come back over our onion here.
All right, and Gary, as someone who loves to cook, this is great. Well, thank you, Gary.
Thank
for
you, Gary.
joining
Appreciate
us.
it.
And Max and Rudy, Carrie, Jessica, and Nan, hello.
All of our friends are here this evening. This
Yes.
is wonderful.
And Max, hello. And you guys, if you have any questions or anything that you've been absolutely...
Oh, thanks, Jana.
We're going to go to a medium.
There we go.
Okay.
Fortunately, Jana's got this under control. I may step aside.
I do my own cooking sometimes too, guys.
This is
I
the fun thing
promise
about cooking
you.
live, friends, is you never know what's going to happen.
Okay, so if anyone has any questions, anything that they're wondering about with cooking or nutrition, feel free to send any of your questions over through the Facebook group. Nancy, hello. Little emoji. Okay, that looks
All right, so we're going to get
delicious.
a nice, really small, nice fine mince here, guys. Don't be afraid to go over this a couple times.
And now, Mike and I had a little bit of a debate earlier about cocktail sauce.
Ah, yes.
Okay, because Mike has a non-traditional cocktail sauce that he's making tonight, right?
I do.
Yes.
I am.
Tell us a little bit about
So
it.
it's going to be a tomato-based cocktail sauce, but it's going to have more of a sort of a Latin theme. So we'll have some lime juice, we'll have a little hot sauce, some
good.
cilantro, some fresh jalapeno, and some minced red onion as well.
I love it.
So one of the important things here, why we're mincing the onion, is that it's going to be served raw. And so the idea is that you're going to get that nice sort of bite of onion. You don't want it to be a big hunking piece of onion because this is just going to be super bitter, right? So you want a little bit of a bite, nothing too overwhelming for the palate.
Mm-hmm. And I was asking about the horseradish. So this is a really good alternative if you want something a little jazzy or a little bit different to
It's sort
impress
of
your guests,
fun,
right?
fun little spin, if you will, on traditional cocktail.
Yes. And Natalie's asking, any tips for not crying when you slice onions? I think I know one.
Hit it. You have
When
the floor.
Soaking the onion? that
Yes,
true?
that is one. And then
Okay.
another one is I've heard chewing bubble gum. I've
Ooh,
heard one.
that's fun.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard used to back in my culinary school days, back in my culinary days, I used to wear big goggles when I was slicing onions, very, very thin, like 50-pound, 100-pound bag of onions, grinding them out nice and thin.
So we need to invest in a pair of goggles.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Or
Make
swimming
sure
goggles if you
yes,
have those.
exactly. So it prevents that contact to your eye.
Yes, and if you if you make a couple of cuts in them and get some of the bigger chunks, you could throw it into a bath of water and let it soak for a few minutes, and then chop them up.
Exactly.
And Greg, my 3-year-old Emily is enjoying the show. That's so sweet.
Wonderful.
Hello,
Good
Emily.
to hear. All right, so next up is our jalapenos here. So we'll just go ahead and cut the stems off of them.
Okay, and Max is excited to learn some healthy recipes. Super stoked. Natalie refuses to wear goggles. Okay, so we're doing now.
Yep.
Do you do the seeds or no?
Oh, you definitely want to remove the seeds from your dish here. So what we'll do, so we cut our jalapenos in half, and very carefully we want to take our knife, go right around the edge here, and again come right back around here. You will really use the tip of your knife. It's the easiest way to do this. And without further ado, there you go.
Very good. Now,
See?
if you have beautiful, nice cut.
Thank you.
Now, if you have any leftover extra jalapenos, you can always do a low-fat jalapeno popper.
Absolutely.
With some low-fat cream cheese, low-fat shredded cheese.
A great point.
Even some turkey bacon if you want to do that.
Absolutely.
So oftentimes I find that I buy too many of those by
Oh
accident.
yeah. I like a little jalapeno sour cream too. Is always tasty. Looking for
Ooh.
a nice spin. A little low-fat
that's
sour
fun.
cream, jalapeno sour cream.
Maybe
Yep,
on
a little
some-
lime juice.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
great. And And Dr. Dovek, Dr. Dovek, to Natalie, who refuses to wear goggles, maybe you can start doing triathlons and add swimming.
There you go.
Well, you'll need some energy to do that, so
Exactly.
you better eat up first.
Absolutely. So we definitely want to get the seeds out of these guys. Really, really simple to do. Just take your time doing it.
Very good.
And again, it's a jalapeno. You can always sort of vary these heat up as well. If you want to go a little bit milder and do like a traditional bell pepper, that's always a good alternative to this. If you want to go a little bit hotter and do like a habanero, ghost pepper.
I was just going to say, don't do the ghost pepper.
And if you can handle it, go for it. You know, keep in mind it is raw, so it's going to really hit that palate.
Yes, if you are close to surgery, like, you know, a couple of months out, don't try it yet because your stomach is still healing from surgery and it might be very harsh on that. But afterwards, you take small bites and see if you can deal with it.
And we're going to cut these really small. We're going to mince these. I see a question.
Yes.
As far as the seeds, is that just with jalapeno, or do you remove the seeds from all peppers?
That's a great question. That's all peppers.
Okay, so just to repeat, if anyone didn't hear, we're going to remove the seeds from all peppers, bell peppers, jalapenos, and even ghost peppers.
Yeah, primarily because they're just inedible and really don't serve much of a purpose.
Yeah. All right, and Shelly joined us. And Mindy, send us your questions for Jana and Michael. That's our marketing friend. Thank you, Mindy. All right.
All right. Yep. So we're going to again do a really nice, quick little mince here.
That's great.
And again, you'll notice I'm keeping these nice and small. Mm-hmm. You really don't want to, you know, sort of a big hit of jalapeno initially.
Okay. All right. What's up next?
So next up, we've got our cilantro. Got to use fresh cilantro here, guys. Take a sniff. Yum, yum, yum. Love cilantro. Super fresh, super easy to work with. So again, we're just going to take a quick cut for our cilantro here.
And my favorite thing is just to throw cilantro into salads.
Oh, I love cilantro.
It's the best.
And then what we'll do for our cilantro, so we really want to, again, we want to mince the cilantro up. So we want to bundle it up here, and then just do a quick, almost like a julienne, where you're going to slice it straight through.
That looks great.
You never want to crush your herbs. You want to slice it.
And why not?
So the idea is you're releasing the oils of the herb when you slice it. When you crush it, it's more of a bruising, so it's actually more damaging for the herb. So you get less. It's not quite as pretty.
Okay.
Yeah, not quite
or
as
maybe
pretty.
It's flavorful.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Okay. So Nettie just joined us. Hi, Nettie.
Hi, Nettie. As always, guys, please say hi. Please share when you chime in.
And
always love the feedback.
How long are we cooking these for?
Great question. We're cooking them until they're done.
Okay.
So
good answer.
So we're going to cook them for about 5 to 6 minutes here, guys, for these 1620 shrimp. Again, when they're done, you'll see this color. See, they turn from that translucent color to almost pink color. That's what we're looking for.
Great.
See, that's exactly what we're looking for here.
Beautiful.
So you'll notice as well, once they come up to, as it came up to a boil, we turn that immediately down. We want to poach it really, cook it really slowly at a lower temperature. Jana was fortunate enough to step in and save the day. Otherwise, we probably would have burned the place to the ground. This guy. But no, yeah, guys, so that's exactly what we want to do. So we go ahead and poach these shrimp. Keep in mind, too, you can always add something to your liquid here. I'm just doing straight water for the time being. But you can always add lemon, Old Bay, if you want to do like a shrimp salad. You can always add a little bit of lime juice as well. In our case, probably would have done that here. Yep, so let's go ahead and strain our shrimp out.
Okay. And, you know I talked about this a lot last time, but you're going to be going to more and more parties. You know, the holiday season does not end at, you know, Thanksgiving. It's not over. We still have Christmas, New Year's. We still have all of, you know, any football parties or, you know, the big Super Bowl coming up. So as you're going to these parties, it's really important to eat your 3 meals during the day. You know, don't save up all your calories until you get to the party because you're going to overeat ultimately. And you're going to go for choices that aren't as good as maybe some of the choices that we're making today.
Exactly.
And I do really encourage everyone to try some of these recipes and bring them to your friends and family's houses. You know, you might as well introduce them to some of the healthier recipes so they can also participate, right?
Absolutely. Such a great point. Yeah, guys, don't be afraid to sort of, you know, have your friends try these recipes out and just tell them what's in it and give them an idea of, you know, honestly, too, depending on how comfortable you are, it might be a really nice segue to sort of introducing them to like, hey, I've adopted this new lifestyle. I'm eating healthier. Here is one way I'm eating healthier is by doing this.
Yeah, because...
And if you want to talk about your weight loss surgery, great. If not, that's up to you.
Yeah, it's your prerogative.
Exactly, yeah. It's your journey. It's unique. You know, whatever you do whatever you feel, what feels comfortable. All right. Let me go ahead and grab. We got a little ketchup next. And now we're actually going to start making our cocktail sauce. Fun,
okay.
Fun.
So there are a bunch of different types of ketchups that you can use. Traditional ketchup has about 4 grams of sugar. If you can go lower than that, that's always ideal. There are sugar-free ketchups out there. And Walden Farms happens to be a really good condiment company that has a lot of sugar-free, low-fat versions of your favorite condiments. So you might want to check them out. That's Walden Farms. Okay, and hello, Deborah. And Lori, thank you. You are awesome.
All right, so we're going to do a little ketchup here first.
Okay. And how much are you putting in there? About?
I'm doing just under a cup worth of ketchup in here. Again, we don't need a lot. Pardon the sound effects. They are real. We are live. I hear some kids laughing in the background, guys. That's okay. That's just the sounds that these are making.
Okay. And Melissa joins us as well. Hello, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. All right, so we've got all of our, so you notice what I did, guys? Keep in mind, too, you can always prep this cocktail sauce ahead of time. This is something that could be really, really quick to make. So we've got our onions. We've got our jalapenos. And you'll notice I'm kind of scaling back here based on the amount of sauce I have. There we go.
Okay.
All right, and this could be a quick mix.
That looks great.
Thank you, yep.
It's almost like a salsa.
Exactly. Yep. Got a little lime juice next.
Okay, and I'm really excited because when we actually taste test these, I'm going to bring out my very own mocktails. Does everyone in the audience know what a mocktail is? It is a cocktail without the alcohol. So you're going to save calories. And as you know, 1 drink feels like 3 drinks, and we want to eliminate alcohol for the first year after surgery anyway. So this is going to be kind of nice to have something, an alternative to drink after surgery, if you're still within that first year.
A little bit more salt to this. Add a little bit of pepper.
And I got a lot of requests for eggnog, so we are doing a sugar-free, low-fat eggnog tonight.
All right.
Plus a Crystal Light drink, because I like those. Okay.
And again, guys, here we go. Just a nice, you'll see sort of a really fun little spin on a cocktail sauce, traditional cocktail.
It looks lovely.
Thank
it really
you.
does. And hello to Sherry, Deidre, Nikita, and Melissa, and Andrea. And Andrea wants us to send her some.
We'd love to. All right.
Okay, looks great.
Scoop that guy in.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
So we will try this after. We have 3 more appetizers
We
that we're
do.
making.
I know.
What are we doing
We're
next?
rocking and rolling.
We're going to
All
be
right.
doing BLT bites.
Yeah,
next.
yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, you introduce it.
You got it. Not a problem. You go ahead and just drop these guys off here. All right, so next up, guys, we're going to do our BLT bites. So that's exactly what it sounds like. I'm sure if you're all familiar with the BLT. If not, bacon, lettuce, tomato, right? All sorts of deliciousness. Super, super simple. Again, I bought some thick cut bacon. I prefer unnatural or
Unnatural.
unnatural. Ooh.
Again,
Fancy
we
bacon.
are live.
We are live. There are no edits. So yes, I prefer all natural. Really just a good uncured quality organic bacon. Jana,
Yes.
if you were to speak a little bit more on
And
that.
I definitely love that type of bacon because it's not as processed. It's good in protein. If you want to make it a little bit less fat, you can always cook it in the oven with a strainer on top. You know, what do you call those? What's the...
Oh, baking tray?
Yeah, thank you.
You're
the
welcome.
baking tray with some holes in it so the oil can come out. Or you can do, actually, going back a couple of years, a George Foreman grill.
There you go.
Great for these
Whoa.
kinds of things. Because then all of the oil comes down and off. Or you can use an alternative.
For all you 20-somethings, go
Yes.
ahead and Google that and tell us what a George Foreman grill is.
It's a
Yeah.
great appliance.
I see you
will
laugh in the
say.
background. I love it.
Yeah, so Heather, our
What's a
guest,
George
has
Foreman?
one. Now, I used to have one. I don't know where it went.
Uh-oh.
But hopefully maybe one day I'll find it. Either way, you can also get your turkey bacon if you want to. Are you going to be adding any mayo to that, or just
to this?
Yeah.
No, I am not.
Okay, so if you do add like a little bit of mayo, you can always do a light mayo as well.
Absolutely, that's a great point. Yep, so I'm just going to do a quick demonstration on how to cook our bacon here. So you'll see this is just a nice raw, thick, healthy, thick cut bacon.
And do we have that on high?
We do. So I have it on a medium heat right now. Again, when you're rendering bacon, so basically all you want to question.
Yes.
Yes.
Can we use regular bacon?
Absolutely.
Or...
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you know that I tend to not recommend it only because it's very high in fat. So every so often, when you need a little bit, I'm getting faces from the audience. Everyone hates the dietitian. So when you can add it into your diet in small amounts, then that's okay. If it's something that's going to trigger you to overeat and go back to eating bacon all the time, it's not something that you should have in your diet every single day.
Right. That's
okay?
it's such a great point.
But party appetizers,
right.
You know, if you're having one or two, that's fine.
And keep in mind too that ideally, like Jana was saying, it's really important to have that moderation. And if you feel like there's something out there that you might overeat on, like bacon, for example, I love bacon. So what I do is it's almost like a special treat. I tend to cook it on the weekends. I'll eat, like 2 pieces of it. That'll usually be it. I don't really want to try to overeat on it. Otherwise, it'll be like potato chips. I have one, then all of a sudden the pack is gone.
Yeah, and honestly, if it's too much for you, or if it hurts your stomach because of the fat content, you can always switch to turkey bacon, or you can cook it on the George Foreman grill. Honestly, I mean, you have one, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay, so we have some. Oh, well, the bacon got everyone's attention. Jose, welcome. We got your attention. Jennifer, welcome. Maxine loves BLTs, so you're in luck.
Awesome.
Yes. Oh, and you know what? This is we got a good recommendation from Melissa. A mandolin will have those onions sliced in no time with no emotional connections to your food. Meaning tears if you missed the
I'm
last
a very
bit.
Sensitive guy. Don't let the tattoos fool you. I am emotionally connected to that onion.
You can't see them tonight.
You're right. I know they are covered up.
Yeah.
So feel a little dressy and fancy.
Yes.
All right, guys. So we are going to do
doing a New
next
Year's
up.
Eve
Yeah,
edition.
exactly. So next up, we're going to do our lettuce for our bacon here. So we're just going to quick romaine lettuce. Really, really simple. I like it because it serves as a nice little vehicle for your food.
And you can do that with anything. You can do that on a regular day with low-fat tuna or chicken salad, turkey, etc.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and line these guys up here. I like to search for the outer pieces first, so they tend to be a little bit bigger. There we go.
That looks great.
All right, so our bacon's rendering away here. Again, when you're cooking your bacon here, guys, we just want to... We just want to make sure, again, we cook it over a medium heat because we don't want to burn our bacon. So that's ideally what you're looking for, is that color there. You want to get that nice browning. And then we'll go ahead and next up. So you'll see this is kind of all happening at sort of simultaneously, right? Bacon's cooking. I got my lettuce prepped. I'm getting ready to prep my tomatoes next. So we've got some nice cherry tomatoes here as well.
On the vine.
On the vine, indeed.
Which I think makes it a little bit better. They smell better.
Exactly. They tend to be better quality too, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
My humble opinion.
Great.
Yep, so we got some cherry tomatoes here as well. Plus they make a really nice presentation.
Yes. Oh, and Dr. Friesen joined us. Thank you, Dr. Friesen.
Good to see you. Thank you for the support.
Yes, a salad vehicle. Oh, and Cindy joined us.
Hi, Cindy.
Okay.
Yep, who's going to
So
come
we're
in
just
here?
slicing?
Yep, some nice even slices. Be really mindful of your fingers. Okay. Don't worry too much about the pieces being a little smashed, if you will. That's okay.
And I guess they'll be covered anyway, right?
Exactly.
And again, the sharp knife is important when you're cutting tomatoes because that can slip if the knife isn't sharp enough.
You are more likely to cut yourself with a dull knife than a sharp knife.
Yes. And thank you, Chanda, for the lovely bacon emojis, and Nancy for joining us. So if you're just joining us, we are making BLT bites. We just made our shrimp cocktail, with an alternative type of cocktail sauce.
We did.
And next up, we're actually making caprese or caprese?
Yes, caprese.
Caprese skewers. So we still have quite a few to go.
We do. We've got 2 more to go. We are going to, don't blink, we are going to fly through them, guys.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
All right. We've got our bacon here.
Okay.
Well, and then let's go ahead and take this guy off.
And each one of these has a half piece of bacon anyway. So if you really are trying to watch your saturated fat intake, you're gonna make sure that you do smaller pieces because you're still gonna get that big flavor even from a very small piece.
Absolutely. That's a great point. All right.
And like I said earlier, you can cook it in the oven, get the oil to drip off, and it'll be a little bit leaner. Okay?
Exactly. Yep. So you'll see here, guys, we're just doing a quick little boat. We've got our lettuce, we've got our tomatoes, we've got our bacon slice here as well.
Love it.
Super simple. People love BLTs. It's a really familiar food.
I have a good idea. If you want it to be really fancy about it, you take a chive or a scallion and you pick it up you wrap it in a bow.
I love it.
How about that?
Somebody's feeling festive.
Yeah, somebody's on Pinterest. That's fine.
Exactly. So a little olive oil to finish that off. I'm going to add a little bit of red wine vin as well. Vinegar is just a nice little acid to help brighten it up, just a touch.
Okay, that's great.
Go.
And Sean joined us. And Melissa thinks we're fancy.
We are fancy.
Okay, and then Chris was asking, how soon after the sleeve can you have this? Now, once you're on the regular diet, so remember, you're going through a diet progression for about a month, and at the 6 to 8 week mark, you can bring back things like raw produce, so your lettuce, any crunchy veggies. Plus, the bacon is a little bit on the heavier side, so I wouldn't want you to reintroduce that until a couple of months in when you really know what you can actually tolerate, because you have to test out some of these foods before you're actually ready to dive in. Okay?
Such a great point.
So, as someone who's like pretty far out from the surgery, would you agree, Mike?
Oh, absolutely.
And
Yeah,
which
there's
audience
still
members agree
there's
with that?
definitely
You just wanna
there's
make
definitely
sure?
still some foods that I struggle with.
Yeah.
You know, chicken is a big one. Some days are great, other days not so much. To really, you want to take it a day at a time.
Yeah.
And really a food at a time too.
And that's why I tell people really take very, very small bites. Chew your food thoroughly, eat slowly. These are all concepts that you should be doing, honestly, forever. So if you ever get off track, maybe even during the holiday season, you can always go back to the basics.
Absolutely.
Okay? Now that is a beautiful rosemary.
Rosemary. So,
Yes.
super simple. All we're going to do is just go straight down our skewer here, remove all
look at
that rosemary,
Look at that.
reserve it. You're not going to use it on this particular dish, but it works.
Okay, and
Go.
Keonia and Linda joined us. Thank you guys for joining us. Hello.
All right.
Okay. Oh, what are we doing with that branch?
With our little skewer here, we are going to do a little mozzarella caprese skewer.
Okay, that is extremely fancy. That is something that I have never seen. I've always seen, like the toothpicks or the little sticks. He just took the rosemary, slid it off, and now is using it as a skewer. That is awesome.
Yeah, it's just a super fun little play on, sort of a vehicle of like a traditional wooden skewer.
Love it. And it'll give it a lot of flavor.
Yes, it
I can
will.
already smell it on my hands after touching it.
Agreed.
Now, this is one of my favorite fresh, bright appetizers ever, and it's super duper easy to make. Okay, so you guys ever have, you go out, you get the caprese salad with the mozzarella and the tomato and basil. This is just another play on it. Okay, looking good back there.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's just a super simple, super fun little spin, if you will. So we've got our little mozzarella balls here.
And those are the really small ones, the pearls.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Go right through. Grab a little tomato here. Again. Straight through.
Do you want me to help you out?
Yeah, it'd be
a
great.
little bit?
Yeah, please.
I usually don't get.
You want to do a little skewering?
Yes,
I'll do a
I'll do
little.
the skewering.
I'll do a little steak.
Yes, perfect. Are
All
we
right.
gonna? Do you need me to stand any place else?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. All right. So next up, we are going to do our steak au poivre. So this is traditionally a steak with pepper. So this is filet mignon. In case you're wondering what filet mignon is and you're unfamiliar, filet mignon is the back of the cow. It's the tenderloin. It sits right here. So when you think of a muscle being tender or not being tender, it's all about how often that muscle is used on the animal. So for example, the leg is going to be traditionally tougher because if the leg is used a lot more, it's a lot more muscular, versus a muscle in the back like a tenderloin that's right up against the backbone of the animal is going to be much more tender for that reason because the fibers are softer and aren't as tough.
I think we need a little help
Thank you.
over
Exactly.
here.
Janet's got it under control, man. I love it. All right, so we're going to be cooking some of our bacon fat here. All right. Put on too much. Put on too
We're
much
forcing
hairless
everyone to be in the holiday spirit.
My producer's telling me to take this off. I'm going to say, you know what? It's going to stay on.
Okay.
We're going to be
Look
festive.
at that. Very good, Mike.
Exactly.
Such
Perfect.
a team player.
I know. I do what I can.
Okay.
There's a question.
Yeah, please.
Can I tell you what it is?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Is there a beef alternate?
A beef alternate. Yeah, you want to?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. You could do kind of whatever you prefer, honestly. You could do pork, you could do fish, you could do chicken.
You can do tofu.
You can do tofu if you want. Yeah, absolutely. There's really, it's a sort of at your discretion, honestly. Oh, it looks great. Well done, Jana.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you. And then if you have any basil, anything like that,
Yeah.
that can go with it
Definitely.
as well.
Wonderful.
Alrighty.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and just slide these guys on here as well. A little bit of that.
All right, and
Great.
Lynette, filet mignon is her favorite.
Mm-hmm. Love, love, love. All right, so do a little bit of aged balsamic vinegar over the top here.
All right, and then Dr. Friesen asked if we're going to make the special sauce. Well, we're going to use the balsamic.
Oh, is that a steak al poivre question? I
guess
wonder if that's a
so.
steak al poivre question.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
We will find out in a second.
Dr. Friesen, you let us know.
That is a very interesting question.
Okay, and Jennifer always overcooks her steak, so she is ready to watch
Awesome.
what you do.
Awesome.
Okay.
So first things first, nice hot pan. Hot pan. All right. And for the al
Okay.
poivre, guys, what we want to do is we want to get some fresh cracked pepper, like so, from a little pepper mill here. Just do a quick kind of turn on a plate.
And the fresh pepper cracked is always better than
Absolutely.
just, your powdered pepper.
Yep.
Okay? It's more flavorful. Okay, what is the special sauce?
I think he's referring to an al poivre sauce, which is so steak al poivre is a traditional French cookery dish,
Okay.
traditional French dish. It literally means steak with pepper, and it's actually the sauce is basically veal stock. It's reduced with some brandy and a little bit of Dijon mustard.
Oh, well, that is very
Yeah.
fancy. I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah.
we're doing that tonight, huh?
Yeah, that'll
Okay.
be in another upcoming
That'll be in
segment.
the special edition.
Sleep Chef After Hours.
Yes. Okay, Jamie has joined us. Thank you, Jamie.
Yep.
But that sounds like a beautiful sauce,
Oh,
though.
it's
Dr. Friesen, take
dangerous.
us out for dinner.
There you go. All right,
All
guys.
right.
All right, so we got that going.
Okay, Melissa wants us to make the sauce. Like, next time, Melissa, I
Request
promise.
has been made. Right, let's put it right in. A little bit colder.
Okay, so for those that typically overcook their steak,
Yep.
how long would you say we're putting this in for?
So it's really a matter of how you like your steak cooked. If you prefer your steak well done, you're going to have it in this pan for a minimum of 3 to 4 minutes per side, and then ideally you want to finish it off in an oven. It'll be a nice sort of even temperature with that oven, with that heat circulating around. For medium rare, you really want to go nice hot pan, 2 to 3 minutes each side. Take it off, let it sit for a minute or so, and then cut right into it.
Okay, great. And I just thought of another steak alternative.
Oh,
Portobello mushrooms.
there you go. Perfect.
They're nice, thick. They have that that umami kind of taste, right?
Absolutely, yeah. That
So,
nice little earthy taste.
yeah, it's great. All right, and we have a question.
Please.
When you put the steak in the oven for well done, how long do you leave it in the oven and for what temperature?
350. If I'm 3 to 4 minutes on each side, I'm going to do probably put the steak in the oven maybe 5-10 minutes. Again, you really sort of check it. The cut of meat will have a fair, will impact it as well. But I would say for this steak, I would probably, if I'm doing well done, 3 to 4 minutes each side, and then I would cook it, pop it in the oven, and probably be in there for at least 5 minutes.
All right, great.
So here we go, guys. Get that nice, see that nice char on the outside right there? Nice Maillard reaction. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Beautiful. That's that browning.
Exactly.
And then Lynette asked if we're using oil in the pan. You can use oil, olive oil,
Yep. I am actually frying in the bacon fat that we had from before.
Which you know
Fun little
how
play.
I feel about that.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know, Jenna. Oh, I know.
I am so sensitive
This
about my
guy.
fat intake. So, it's okay. If it's a special occasion, we do
There you
it,
go.
but we
Yep.
don't do it often.
Yep.
Okay, Brian, hello. Welcome. And then Jennifer, sauteed onions, good or bad? I'd say great.
Great. Yeah, absolutely. Love them.
When are sauteed onions ever bad?
That's a great question. Yeah, as long as you don't have an allergy to them, man, they're
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's
So we're
great.
gonna hit this at a nice medium rare, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us, guys. We really appreciate it. Great to see everybody. We love your questions. Please keep them coming.
Yes, thank
They're very
you.
informative.
Okay.
Janet, you want to talk a little mocktail while we're finishing this style?
Absolutely. So, we're going to bring out, how about, do we want to first do the Crystal Light mocktail? I
Sure.
think so. We'll start with that.
So yeah, guys, really key thing here is maintaining temperature. You don't want to play with the steak too much. People tend to, when they're first cooking, they don't want to move it around a little bit and do a little bit of that. Maybe move it back over here. Ideally, you just want to take your steak, put it into a pan, let it bake. Really, really important because that's how it gets that nice crust. That's how it cooks more evenly. Because each time you move it up, it removes it from the pan, bottom of the pan, and it just decreases that surface temperature just enough to where it'll impact the cooking.
Okay, and the mocktail that we made tonight is just a regular Crystal Light lemonade, and I made some diet cranberry juice ice cubes. Okay, and you can use any ice cube shape that you like. I just happen to have these long, fun ones. Okay.
All right, so we are out of our pan. That looks fantastic.
Would you
Yum,
like
yum,
one?
yum. I would, thank you.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Delicious.
All right.
Yum.
And I'm gonna hand these out also to our
Good.
guests.
Yum, yum, yum.
Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, and this does go towards your 64 ounces of hydration.
Ah,
See,
the
I always have to
all-important
ruin
question.
everything.
How many ounces?
64 ounces of hydration, and that's 64 ounces plus. You can have way above that. Okay.
All right. While our pan cools down here, be careful of that hot pan.
All right, and Summer, our nurse practitioner, is joining us. Thank
Wonderful.
you, Summer.
Hi, Summer. Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers. We're having a mocktail.
Yeah. Cheers.
And now Melissa asked if we pat the meat dry before pan searing. That's a great question because I don't know.
That's a great question. I actually pat the meat dry before I add my extra virgin olive oil and my salt and pepper to it.
Okay, good, good. And then Katie's asking, what did you add to the drink? I missed it. We're doing a Crystal Light lemonade, and for the ice cubes, I just froze in, any sort of ice cube tray, it doesn't matter, a diet cranberry juice. Now, you can do this with any diet juices or diet drinks, so you pick your choice. V8 has a whole line of diet juices. Ocean Spray has a whole line of diet juices, and that's the one that I used for the ice cubes. And Crystal Light, well, it's like, they have every single flavor that you can think of. And actually, Summer, our nurse practitioner, her favorite is the True Lemon Mango. So you can even use that for the base or an ice cube.
All right.
Okay.
Nice
And
little-
Alexa, thank you. She loves our crowns.
Thank you. Question?
It's not a question. I do just have to say that this drink is kid approved.
There you go. Fantastic.
Very good. The drink is kid approved. I love it. Okay.
All right, guys. All right. So we got a nice little rare steak au poivre action happening here.
Beautiful.
Keep in mind, you guys, you can always bring this temperature up if you need to, if you feel like you want to. I like steak. Prefer my steak filet mignon. Medium rare, closer to rare. Again, cook it how you prefer. So this episode, guys, we did some very exciting mocktails and appetizers. Does everybody kind of want to swing around?
Yes.
Please,
We're gonna have
come
our
on
guests
around,
back
everyone.
up. This is Tanya and Heather. And after we try these, I'm gonna just do one quick other mocktail. We're gonna do a sugar-free eggnog as our dessert because everyone has asked for one, basically.
Wonderful.
Okay, good.
All right.
So what are we starting
Yeah, so let's we can start with the caprese if you want.
with? Okay.
And I'll start shrimp cocktail on this side for
Okay.
yourself. Give it a little dip. Thank you. Enjoy. So let's see. Oh, thank you.
The caprese is always my favorite. It's so light and nice. Okay, so this is the shrimp. I'm going to be open-minded with this cocktail sauce. You
appreciate
know
it.
how I like my
I appreciate
horseradish. It looks great.
So a little BLT if you want a BLT.
Very nice.
BLT.
Okay, I was
Yeah?
wrong. It's very good.
One more time.
It was so good.
It was so tasty. It was delicious.
Okay.
Thank you. Glad you like it.
Lovely.
Right? Yeah, it's just sort of simple, nice spin. You want to grab a little BLT here?
Okay. And while you guys are
Yeah,
doing
please.
that, I'm going to bring out
There you go.
the it's a big mix. This is a very quick cocktail party.
Yum.
So I'm going to leave this there for you. Thank you. As well. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, do you want cinnamon on yours?
Sure.
Okay. So, Summer was asking if we made the eggnog, and I did last night, so I'm not sure. We'll see how it is like overnight,
I'm excited.
And the eggnog, it's interesting because I was looking at sugar-free eggnog mixes, and instead what I did was I went with something different, and I did a sugar-free instant vanilla pudding mix. So if you mix that with about 5 cups of milk, I use just a plain old lactose-free skim milk.
Okay.
And what else did we put in there? Sweet and Low or Equal or Splenda, whatever you like. Some ground cinnamon, nutmeg, and a teaspoon of rum-flavored extract. So it gives it that kind of rum flavor, which is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Do we want to try
Yeah,
it?
cheers, guys.
All right, cheers. We'll see how it goes.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
I've been waiting for this.
That's nice.
Is it okay?
That's nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that works. Nice little, definitely get that little hint of rum.
Yeah, and if you want more of that hint of rum, you can definitely add it that day if you make it the night before.
And last but not least, a little steak if anyone wants to grab
Yes,
a
little
piece.
steak. Okay.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
grab
where's
a
my
piece.
fork? I guess I need a
mine.
fork. Oh, that is yours.
You left yours over
I
there.
was gonna say, I think this
Okay.
is yours. There you
Thank
go.
you.
You're welcome. Can we grab one?
Yeah.
So you get a nice,
guess
nice
steak
little
is
peppery
hard.
hit. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm gonna take this here.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the fun thing about filet.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I could have just that. Well, I guess you need some veggies with it too.
Mm.
But good.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Well, what do you guys think? Good.
Oh, I love it.
Are you
think
feeling
it's
like
great.
you're at a party?
Stuff that I can eat.
Yes, absolutely. So this is just to show that you can go to a party, you can bring your own stuff, or you can host a party even with all bariatric friendly foods. So I just want to say thank you for everyone that joined us. We had so many people that joined us tonight and so many comments. It made it so much more fun.
Absolutely,
Don't
guys.
you
We
think?
love the comments. We love the feedback. We love having our live guests, Tanya and Heather. So good to see everybody. Guys, this has been such an amazing year. Yeah, please.
Yes.
Let's all kind of squish in here.
And I'm going to do something.
Please.
Do you want to do
Yeah.
our New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So I've been thinking about my New Year's resolution, and I would like to start going to the gym in the morning and continue to do it because I've already started. I started 2 weeks ago going in the morning. And the hardest part about keeping a resolution or a goal is to continue doing it.
Absolutely.
It's always kind of easy to start, but it's hard to get
That's
going
That's a very
for long
good
term.
point.
So that's my New Year's resolution. What is yours?
My New Year's resolution is to walk past the candy bowl at work. That's
Okay.
my New Year's
I like
resolution.
It. I like
it's
it.
a really
That's a
difficult
good
one.
one.
I've
The
found
blinders.
I've found myself kind of stopping more and more. Unfortunately, it's a really tempting thing. I don't want to be like, "Well, you guys gotta take it down because I had surgery."
Yeah.
But I don't want to be that guy, right? I mean, it's. But still, I want to be able to make sure that everybody can still enjoy it. But yeah, it's my goal is to keep working out and keep coming here and doing these live events for everybody. We love having you join us. We love having our guests live in studio. We love the audience feedback. Love the audience participation. Thank you so much to ABC2 for allowing us to use this great studio.
Yes.
Guys, it's been such a phenomenal year. We can't thank you enough for tuning in and making this program what it is and allowing us to keep doing this for you. There's going to be lots of exciting things happening in 2018. Thank you to Mindy and the staff at GBMC for making all this happen as well. Thank you to the wonderful Jana Wolff
Thank
for providing
you.
us great nutrition information and a little Congo as well.
Oh,
love.
of course. And thank you to everyone that joined us tonight, and to marketing and everyone that can make this happen. Thank you to our patients.
Yeah.
Because you
Thank
guys,
you.
it wouldn't
Absolutely,
be,
yeah,
it wouldn't
seriously.
be here without
Thank you
you
much
guys.
to all the patients, Dr. Bello, Dr. Dovek, Dr. Friesen,
All of
everyone
our
at
nurse
the office.
practitioners that joined us tonight. Thank you, Summer.
Exactly. Thank you so much, everybody. That being said, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. We loved having all of you. From all of us to all of you, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.